Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Sam and Max. So, we've just recruited our team to begin this episode. Now we gotta find a way to get Max to eat us. Let's talk to Sybil.
If I could get enough speed, I bet I could jump this thing straight into...
Sorry, Sam. The modifications I've made to the DeSoto make it perfect for traveling through Max's innards, but it can't travel on land. Everything checks out here.
Huh.
Looks like the DeSoto is all set for intra-lagomorph travel. Now we just need a way to get it in Max's mouth.
You okay?
We're going to need to make that digestion-proof.
That would help. Well, let's talk to the mother-to-be here.
Your eyes are getting very, very heavy.
Oh, hi, Sam. With the modifications I've made to the DeSoto, we should be all set to travel through Max. You'll just need to find a way to get it inside him.
Are you sure it's safe for you to go on this mission in your, condition?
Don't worry, Sam. I've talked to the best OBGYNs and the finest classical sculptors, and they all agree that everything's fine. I'm not due for another 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, that's still a pretty low-cut jumpsuit there. Anyway,
Nice work, Sybil. I didn't know you were into cars.
Oh, you know, after college I got together with a few of my girlfriends, and I know it's a cliche, but we opened a chop shop.
Suction wheels, antibody-proof paint job, and an exhaust system rich in omega-3. And what's that I smell?
I thought you would appreciate that.
Wiener-scented air fresheners!
Sybil, you're the best.
indeed. That is a pretty good idea for Sam and Max. Wiener scented air freshener. Huh.
Are those fake Maxes bothering you?
Sleep! Sleep!
Sam, I'm in my 5th trimester here. I couldn't sleep even if I wanted to.
It's also a very tight jumpsuit to frame her belly button like that. Eh.
So, looks like you and Lincoln had an, eventful honeymoon.
Oh, it was absolutely magical. He took me back home to D.C. to introduce me to his friends, and then one night, as we were out on the White House lawn, looking at the stars, he just suddenly took me in his...
Thank you.
Sam? Sam, are you okay?
What? Oh, sorry, my brain went into shock for a second to prevent permanent damage. Please, go on.
Not much more to tell, really. 13 months later, and here we are.
Huh?
Well, I'm glad you two had a nice honeymoon, even though you must never ever speak of it again in my presence.
Oh, that's sweet. You know, I wanted to thank you and Max for introducing me to Abe, and I know how much you both like new guns, so before I left, I got you both a surprise.
Woo! Gimme! Where is it?
Shut up, not Max. But seriously, Sybil, where is it?
It's in those boxes of stuff I gave you for safekeeping.
Oh.
Oops. Oh well, nothing more to see here.
Okay, see you around, Sybil.
Let me know as soon as you're ready to leave.
Okay, I don't want to go back in the lab. We don't have any reason to. What's this?
Looks like Max has been through here. He must have broken a water main while he was at it.
So we have a Max-shaped pothole with a bunch of water in it, huh? Hey, Sal.
Hey, Sal.
Who doesn't want to
Guess
talk
he's
to
still
us?
skittish about that whole necking with Girl Stinky, plotting the murder of Grandpa Stinky, and unknowingly contributing to the apocalyptic fever dreams of a mad ventriloquist dummy from the Dark Dimension thing. But what's he doing hanging around Bosco Tech?
Huh, that's a really good question. What else we got down here?
Hiya, pal.
The
What's
street?
the rumpus?
Hey, Flint, want to join us inside Max's body
No
for...
dice, Sam. I've got to beat cheeks while the beating's good.
Okay.
Don't fret, Grandpa. I'll put the pinch on those grifters trying to take you for a ride faster than you can shave a hobo's coin slot.
Does he really have to do that with the lingo getting all disturbing?
And it's always about hobos for some reason.
Ah!
Ooh-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra.
Blasted! That's an Irish lullaby!
I miss the real Max. You guys are just pale imitations with admittedly cool flaming heads.
Well, Sam, immolation is the sincerest form of flattery.
You know what? I'm gonna let him go with that, just because. I want to see if it'll see if it'll let us click on Giant Max when he comes back in frame. Come on, get back here.
Boy, I sure do feel tasty today, what with bathing in melted bacon fat all night. Nothing.
Not enough to get him to try, huh? Okay.
Go on, shoot.
What's this?
The last box of corn dogs in the entire city.
Corn dogs? Gimme, gimme! What? Dog me, Sam. Keep 'em coming.
Go on, beat it. Those imposters like corn dogs as much as the real Max does. I hope that means the real Max is still somewhere inside that lumbering sack of doom.
That would be a good thing. What's this?
It's a ton or so of Grandpa Stinky's world-famous ultra-high fructose cornmeal. I don't think I'd be able to carry all of it.
High fructose cornmeal? Really? Do you have to put never mind, that would be me thinking logic here. Let's talk to Grandpa.
Can you not do something about your wee friend here?
We?
I think if you just apologize for calling him short, we could put all this behind us.
It's nae worth it.
Never change, Grandpa Stinky.
Were you making your diabolically delicious demon dogs?
Aye. I really thought they'd bring the city together, too.
That actually sounds kind of generous, Grandpa Stinky.
I know, especially since everyone in New York would be hooked, and then they'd have to come to my diner to get any more. I'd make a fortune. And now I suppose you expect me to be giving you my super secret recipe.
Well, yeah, that'd help.
All right, there you go.
That's it?
Of course that's it. It's just a recipe. Why do you always have to make things so complicated?
Okay, that's awfully generous of you. Huh.
Do you want to join us for an action-packed, fantastic voyage inside the body of Max?
Do I? Do I? No!
Oh, come on, Grandpa. Every action rescue team needs an unlikable one who's first to get picked off when the killing starts.
Well, I can't. I'm washing my beard tonight.
And I speak from experience when I say that takes time.
Have you and Stinky patched things up since your birthday party?
She and that bridge and tunnel and sewer boyfriend of hers are up to something. I guarantee it. And they are not going to catch me by surprise.
Uh-huh.
I think you're being too hard on Sal. I'll bet if you just talked, you'd find out you had a lot in common.
Like what?
Well, you're both almost impossible to kill, you like dark places, and you hiss a lot.
Ah!
Well, they sing, yeah.
What's with the delivery truck?
Obviously, I'm delivering food for the war effort.
I don't see anything in there but a bunch of cornmeal.
That's because these flaming parasites ran off with all me wieners.
We must feed the host. Pig lips and sphincters make us stronger. We regret nothing.
And you shouldn't.
With your truck out of commission, now what are you going to do?
Heading back to my diner while I still have one.
But you'll be crushed, or lulled into a horrible nightmarish sleep by the hideous spores.
Come play with us, Grandpa. We will whisper sweet stories from the congressional record.
I haven't slept in 3 years, and I ain't about to start now.
That was an appropriate look from Sam.
At least move your truck. You're parked in a red zone.
If you want it moved, then you'll have to do it yourself.
Okay.
Thanks for the recipe, Grandpa Stinky.
Yeah, good luck with that, Marmaduke. Now I've got to perfect a recipe of my own.
Okay, so let's see. What do we got? We have a recipe to make a demon dog. Well, and apparently if we need 1,000 gallons of water, we're going to need an awfully big corn dog. Or demon dog, I guess. So let's see what we got. We need a mostly pure pork byproduct, frank, or substitute. A ton of cornmeal. There's that. 800 gallons vegetable oil, and an egg for binding. Well, the cornmeal is obvious. The vegetable oil, well, you might recall that Mama Bosco said her place was run entirely on vegetable oil. She has a tank of it on the roof. We'll have to go there and see if we can hijack that. But the egg and the pork byproduct, we're kind of low on those. We'll have to see what we can get, huh? So let's work on getting the couple of things we can here. Mainly because we've got 2 items here that we can actually activate. The recipe, which you've already seen, and the corn dogs.
These corn dogs have to last me for at least 2 weeks, so I'm limiting myself to at most 1 dozen per day, starting tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's Grandpa Stinky's recipe for his diabolically delicious corn dogs. They're Max's favorite.
So, if that wasn't a big clue, yeah, we make one of these big enough, and we will be able to ride it into Max's stomach. I'm questioning the wisdom of this suddenly. But also, if you read here, some of the objects can be used on their own. Highlight the corn dogs, then click on the activate to temp Max. We'll do that in a second, but let's look at this jar we've got in our inventory.
It's my government-issued jar of chocolate-covered espresso beans. Everybody in the city got one to help us stay awake against Max's creepy spores. They were giving out cans of Head Rush brand energy drink, but it all got recalled on account of the high fructose corn syrup and tiny shards of broken glass.
I'm willing to bet it's more of the latter.
Friends may come and go or turn into horrible monsters, but a big gun will never let you down.
Let's see if it'll let us shoot things.
Senseless vandalism has its place, but this isn't it.
We shoot the spores. Nope, doesn't even highlight.
I think I hit him. Only 4 billion more shots like that, and I think I've got this case wrapped up.
Except you were wanting to save him, not just outright murder him. Man, think there, Sam, think. So, obviously, if you haven't figured it out, here are the 1,024 gallons of water. And we need to use this for essentially a mixing bowl. Yeah. Funny that, huh? So let's see if we can do something about the first part of this. But before we do, well, the second part, I guess, with the cornmeal sitting right there, since we know where it is, we've got corn dogs. See what happens when we activate this.
Something smells good.
We get Max's attention. And he follows us around. So let's see what happens. What do we have? We have Eat Corn Dog and Wave Corn Dog. Let's wave
Come on,
it.
Max. Here, boy.
He takes a swing at us. So what happens if we were over here near the DeSoto?
Corn dogs. They're good, and good for you.
He picks up the DeSoto. And then...
Come on, Max. Here, boy.
see what happens if we wave it again. Nothing. What happens if we eat it? He pitches it right back on the street. Miraculously, it's unharmed. So what have we learned? We've learned we can get Max to pick up things using the corn dogs and get him to throw them down by eating the corn dog. So let's take advantage of this, because this cornmeal...
It's a ton or so of Grandpa Stinky's world-famous ultra-high fructose cornmeal. I don't think I'd be able to carry all of it.
Indeed, you aren't able to.
Grandpa Stinky's been selflessly devoting his truck to the war effort.
You take the wheels, and I'll check the cab to see if there's a radio.
You'd have to be some kind of monster to loot an emergency vehicle in the middle of a war zone. Besides, I already tried it.
You brute. Okay. So, hopefully you've clued in to what we've got to do here. Let's go ahead and get one more item checked off of our list before we call this a video. Come on. Okay, work with me. we go. Now we've got his attention.
Corn dogs. They're good, and good for you.
And he picks up the truck. So we kind of want him to throw that cornmeal. Or at least, you know, want him to throw, yeah, just the cornmeal. Or the truck into the pool of water there. So he shakes his fist at us and shakes out all the cornmeal into the water. And there goes the truck. I would say poor Grandpa Stinky, but you know.
Batter up.
And now we have batter.
Batter up. Batter up.
I can't even slip. There we
Any
go.
more ideas, Fake Max?
I can dispense hints for the cost of one delicious corn dog.
Forget it. I'm not wasting these things on you cheap floaty knockoffs.
Oh,
Aw.
then sleep.
Yeah, it didn't quite work, did it? Oh well. So, hey, Sal's back. Before we leave,
Hey, Sal. He's probably still smarting from falling down that bottomless pit. I'll come back and talk to him later.
yeah, we'll do that. But for now, it's time to cut the video. When we return, we tried to gather the rest of the ingredients on the checklist. Until then, take care, folks. See you later.